Welcome to In 5 Minutes. In this video clip, we will discuss the mathematical analysis of interpolation. We will basically try to establish relationship between frequency spectrum of x of n and frequency spectrum of y of n. Y of n is the output of interpolation. You will have to refer to the waveforms that we have discussed to the previous video clip. So in that particular clip, we had defined y of n as x of n by I. I can write this more specifically. X of n by I will be the expression for n which is taking the values of 0, I plus minus 2i plus minus 3i dot dot dot. For example, if I put n equal to 0, y of 0 will be x of 0. If I put n equal to I, if I take I equal to 2, for example, if let's say I is equal to 2, or let's say I equal to 3, something that we have taken in the previous video clip, then y of 3 will be equal to x of n is equal to 3. So it will be 3, I is also 3, 3 by 3 will give me x of 1. So x of 1 will go to y of 3. Similarly, when n is equal to 2i, 2i will be 6. If n is equal to 6, y of 6 will become y of 6 by I, which is 6 by 3, and hence that will be x of 2. So y of 6 will be x of 2. So x of 2 will go to y of 6. X of 3 will go to y of 9. X of 4 will go to y of 12. And so on. The question is, what will be y of 1 and y of 2? What will be y of 4 and y of 5? What will be y of 7 and y of 8? These are the newly generated samples in between the two original samples. All those samples will be nothing but 0. So we write 0 elsewhere. That means every other value of n apart from I, 2i, 3i, y of n will be 0. And plus minus because this will be valid for negative values of n as well. Let's now continue this general analysis. If I take z transform of y of n is given as, so if I take z transform on both the side, then y of z will be equal to summation. This is the definition of z transform, y of n into z raised to minus n. N will vary from minus infinity to plus infinity. This will further be equal to summation y of n is nothing but x of n by I into z raised to minus n. N will vary from minus infinity to plus infinity. Even though x of n by I is the expression for specific values of n, we are considering the other values of n also here simply because for the remaining values of n, y of n is anyways 0. So if you want, you can just mention here, when I write this range of n, we will just mention saying that n is taking values like 0, plus minus I, plus minus 2i dot dot dot. So for any other value of n apart from this, we cannot substitute x of n by I. In that case, we have to substitute a 0 for y of n. Now we'll do something similar that we had done in the mathematical analysis of decimation. I'm saying that let n by I is equal to small m. So n will be equal to I into m. And therefore my y of z will now become summation x of n by I has become x of m into z raised to minus n has become I into m. And when I replace n by I with m, you can see that when n is minus infinity, m will also be minus infinity. And when n is plus infinity, infinity by I will also be plus infinity. Moreover, you can see that when n is taking value of plus minus I, m will be plus minus I by I, that will be plus minus 1. When n is taking the value of plus minus 2i, plus minus 2i by I will give you m equal to plus minus 2. So n was taking values like 0, I, 2i, 3i, but because we are dividing n with I, m will take the values of 0, plus minus 1, plus minus 2, plus minus 3, and hence it will take all the possible integer values. So we are not mentioning anything else apart from the range of m. Now this can further be written as, because this m is just a dummy variable, I can now go back to n. So instead of m, I am just writing n again. Please remember here there is no substitution involved. We are just replacing dummy variable m with n. So this is what we get now. So therefore finally I can write y of z equal to summation x of n. I'll just keep that z raised to I outside to the power minus n. N is varying from minus infinity to infinity. And if you observe the right hand side carefully, it is nothing but the z transform of x of n. That's simply because what will be z transform of x of n? X of z will be equal to summation x of n into z raised to minus n, where n will vary from minus infinity to infinity. Let's say if I ask you what is x of abc, in that case it will be summation x of n into abc raised to minus n. The variable will always be n, which will vary from minus infinity to infinity, but whatever is inside the brackets here, if it is x of z, it is z raised to minus n. If it is x of abc, it is abc raised to minus n. So whatever is the term below this power will come as a variable to the function capital X. So here instead of z we have z raised to I, and therefore I can write this as, instead of z it will be x of z raised to I. That's it. So we have got this very important expression that y of z is equal to x of z raised to I.